Princess and the Wizard.
Princess and the Wizard.
By Julia Donaldson and Lydia Monks.
By Julia Donaldson and by
Lydia Monks.
And by Lydia Monks.
Yes. Whoa, today is somebody's birthday. It's Princess Eliza's birthday. She was just blowing out the 7 candles in her cake when a wicked wizard flew down the chimney and into the room. Suppose it is her birthday party. How many candles are there?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, yes.
She's 7.
Yeah, she's 7 today. But when a wicked wizard comes from the chimney, he said, "Hey, I'm very angry about you. Why didn't you invite me to your party?" He thundered. Princess Eliza didn't invite the wizard, and he got so upset. What Princess Eliza replied, "Because wicked wizard like turning people to stone. Because all the wizard likes to turn people into stone." The wizard said, "Yes, you say so, so I do." And with a flick of his bony fingers, he turned the king, where's the king here? The queen and all the party guests into stone. He laughed, ha 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 ha, a horrible laugh.
Is the stone?
Yeah, and said to Princess Eliza, "Now they all become stone, except you." They like capturing princesses too.
Oh.
There was a whirring of wings, and in through the window flew the princess fairy godmother. She's an angel. She was late for the party. When she saw what had happened, she waved her wand and said, "The princess may try 7 times to escape," because she's now 7 years old, so she has 7 times to escape, by changing her color and changing her shape. The wizard laughed, ha ha ha, his horrible laugh, and said, "Changing her color and changing her shape will never help the Princess Eliza escape." Then he snapped his bony finger again and turned the fairy godmother to stone as well. Dong! Boom! The wizard whisked the princess up to the chimney and carried her away to his tall, dark castle. He locked her into the cellar, where she cried herself to sleep. She cried until she's too tired and fell asleep. The next day was Monday. So on Monday morning, the wizard unlocked the cellar door. Click, click.
Here has so many glitters.
Yes, it is.
You
The wizard,
X.
he was holding the big red book, which contained all his magic. "This is your first chance to escape," he said. "I unlock the door and you can escape. I shall count to 100, then I shall come and found you." He opened his book, closed his eye, and began to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Princess Eliza ran outside because he still have 19 seconds left. The mounds of the castle shone blue under the blue sky. She jumped into the water and turned herself into a blue fish. Do you know which fish is Princess Eliza? Princess Eliza has big eyes with long eyelashes. Which blue fish has the longest eyelashes? Yes, this one. Princess Eliza turned herself into the small little blue fish. I hope the wizard could not find me because I doesn't look like a princess now. The wizard keep on counting 97, 98, 99, 100. So the wizard opened his eyes looked in his magic book and read, "To find where Eliza is hiding from you, look in the mold for the fish that is blue." He read the book and he knows it's one of the blue fish. So he fished Eliza with the net out of the mold and took her into his kitchen, which was full of blue plates and spoons and pans. They were all covered in dried up food. "So you like blue, do you? Right? Okay, now you set to work and wash all the dishes." And he locked her in, leave her alone with the dirty dishes and pans, and asked her to do all the cleanup. She is frowned. The next morning, it's on Tuesday morning, the wizard unlocked the kitchen door. He looked at the clean plates and spoons and pans, and he grunted. "Okay, since you have washed all the dishes, now I give you the chance number 2, he said. Then he opened his book, closed his eyes, and began to count from 1 to 100 again. 1, 2, Okay, so Princess Eliza ran to the farmyard with the cows and the cats and the birds and the chicken there. She turned herself into a yellow chick and hid in some straw. Which one is her? Yes, with the longest eyelashes. She is on top of the straw. But the wizard read in his book, "The straw in the farmyard in yellow and thick. Princess Eliza is disguised as a chick." So the wizard ran to the farmyard and he looked for the little chick. "I got you! You are Princess Eliza." He scooped Eliza up and took her into a cupboard which was full of yellow socks, smelly socks. They all had holes in them, made by his pointy toenails. "So you like yellow, do you?" he said. Then set to work and darn, and he locked her in. So the next morning, what day is it after Tuesday? Do you have any idea? It starts with wa. Wednesday. On Wednesday morning, the wizard unlocked the cupboard door, looked at the darned sock, and grunted. "Okay, since you have finished all your work, now I give you the 3rd chance. Chance number 3, he said. And he opened his book, closed his eyes, and began to count. 1, 2, 3. Princess Eliza ran to the meadow. She changed herself into green grasshopper and hid among the grass blades. But the wizard read in his book, "The grasshopper princess is easily seen, chirping away in the meadow so green." The wizard ran to the garden and he spotted the grasshopper. "You are Princess Eliza." He caught Eliza in the net and took her to his green bathroom. The bath, the basin, walls, and floor are all covered in the wizard's slimy toothpaste. Oh my God, his toothpaste is everywhere. After he brushed his teeth, he squeezed all the toothpaste everywhere. He said, "So you like green, right? You turn yourself into grasshopper, do you? Then set to work and wipe." And he locked her in, asked her to wipe off all the toothpaste. 3 more days went by. Each day, the princess tried to escape. On Thursday, she turned herself into an orange fox and hid in a pile of orange leaves, but the witches can't find her. On Friday, she turned herself into a purple butterfly and fluttered among some purple flowers. But the wizard can't find her. So on Saturday, she turned herself into a black cat and looked in the black tunnel. But the wizard can't find her. Each time the wizard found her and gave her yet more work to do. Poor Princess Eliza. On Sunday morning, the wizard came on to the roof where Eliza had been scrubbing the sooty chimney pots. Instead of grunting, he laughed ha 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 with his terrible laugh. "This is your last chance," he said. "If I catch you this time, you must stay and work for me for the rest of your life forever and after." Then he opened his book, closed his eyes, and began to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Princess Eliza turned herself into a white goat and flew up into a cloud. But as she hovered above the roof where the wizard still counting, she saw the words forming on the page of his opened book. Since she's now flying up in the sky, she flies near the book and read what the book says. Okay, the book says, "Oh, the princess turned into a bird. I see, so that's how he finds me. No, I shall never escape. He knew that I'd become the bird." Okay, so then she has an idea. She changed her mind now. I don't want to be the bird now. She turned herself into a page of the wizard's book, a perfectly blank white page with no writing on it. Okay, so the pigeon turned herself into a rectangular page, a white paper, and stick herself onto the book without any words on it. So it's a blank page. The wizard is still counting 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. I'm going to get you now. The wizard finished counting and began to read his book. The princess turned into a bird in the sky. She hid in a cloud. Then she had one more try. That's what's the end of the page. The wizard turned over to read more, but there was no more. The other page is blank. It's just white paper. He flew into a rage. "Hey, where's the princess?" "You stupid book!" he shouted, and he hurled it into the mold. The wizard is very angry about the book because this time the book didn't tell him what the princess turned into. So he threw it away and dumped it into the water. The book landed with a splash and sank to the bottom. All the wizard's magic was gone. When the book touched the water, the magic was gone. So at that moment in the palace, the king and the queen and all the party guests now come back to life. They look around, left and right. "Where's the Princess Eliza?" they asked each other. Nobody knew except the fairy godmother, and she only smiled and said nothing. Ding! Princess Eliza had turned herself from a white page into a blue fish and was swimming to the edge of the moat. She turned herself into a yellow chick and ran across the corn in the farmyard. She turned herself into a green grasshopper and hopped over the grass. She turned herself into an orange fox and raced through the orange leaves. She turned herself into a purple butterfly and fluttered over the purple flowers. She turned herself into a black cat, streaked through the black tunnel. Then she turned herself into a white bird and flew all the way back to the palace, and in through the window. She perched on a chair at the tea table and changed herself back into a princess. The king and queen and all the party guests hug her. I miss you so much. Where have you been, little princess? Mwah. Then the Princess Eliza cuts her birthday cake, and everyone has a slide and sing the birthday song. The earth goes around the sun, and Princess Eliza turns 7.